we need all your support to make this show really fantastic and a memorable one today. And Brain City, of course, it is a Zoom online platform for storytelling and book reviews and empowerment talks and etc. etc. So many things are there in Brain City, and this is one show that is going on Saturdays at 5 p.m. GST and 6:30 p.m. IST. And we have an amazing group of people as coordinators. Allow me to share a PPT now. Yes, it is an online platform to bring out our favorite authors and their perspective in the making.
The PPT is not yet shared.
Yes. You're not able to. Okay, let me see. One second, please.
I was talking on a mute. All right. So this is another side of it. We will be having a technical glitches. We need to live by with that. So we got a lot of plus points, but these are the things which we need to go with. Sindhu, take your own time.
Yes.
So guys, meanwhile, what we can do that one, please share the postures that we have with us, with your friends and family and whoever you think would be interested in such kind of an activities, wherein we are encouraging people to read and inculcate the habit of reading. Reading is such kind of an habit wherein you can keep educating yourself, wherein you can keep improving yourself, right? I'm sure that everyone would agree with that. So Asha, may I know from which age you started reading? Asha, you are on a mute. You need to unmute yourself by the time.
Right. Okay. As far back as I can remember, probably 10, 12, not before that. No.
All right. And Ramya? Ramya, again, you are on a mute.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm that.
All right.
So I am from 9th standard. I have been reading my books with the help of my father.
14 years old. That's great.
Yeah.
And Sunita, Brain City Sunita, when did you start reading?
When I was 5 years old.
Oh, when you started reading it seriously.
Yes.
Even 5 years old. That's great.
Yes.
And I would like to hear from Sulata.
Reading as a habit was inculcated right from the childhood. It was more like a punishment than a hobby those days. But then eventually it became a passion, and now that passion has evolved into writing over the time.
That's fantastic. I wish we had that punishment from our parents during the time. I remember on a Malayalam session, we had another speaker. He was telling his grandma wanted them to read something on every night, no matter what it is. Something should be read. So that brought the kind of a habit habit of a reading, and then after that he became a voracious reader. Now he's the speaker, which is very well known overall Kerala and even the southern part of Kerala. Sindhu, are you okay now?
Yes, Niyas, can you see the slides now? Just
not
sharing.
Yet. Not
First
yet.
slide.
I sent it to you on WhatsApp.
Yes, I have. It is in my screen now, but why can't you see that?
We are unable to see it. Do one thing, Sindhu. Please just read out that one. No problem. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay now?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
We can see now.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank God. Is now, it is an online platform you can see to bring out our favorite authors and their perspective in the making. And our team is like this. Faisal Ibrahim and Mr. Anil Thomas are the founder members and coordinated and hosted by so many of us here. Our e-Bookery team is this, plus more also. So many names have not been included. And our past speakers of the last 2 chapters, we have many speakers because on Saturdays we have 2 speakers each at this time for English and Malayalam, Hindi, Tamil, all those comes in different days. These are so many of the speakers that we have. And now, these are our speakers for today. Plus, before that, we have our story time that Niaz will take over for that. We have these 2 speakers today. And one important thing that is after the show of e-Bookery English today, especially our next show is going to be Sunita's authoring and publishing, the smart secrets of authoring and publishing, ultimate masterclass by Sunita. So please, those who can wait, please wait for that show also after this. Now, for the time being, and I'm going to hand over it to Niaz, our energetic
Thank you so
young
much,
man here.
Sindhu. You may
Yes.
please close
Yes, I'll
the
remove the
screen sharing.
slides. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sorry
Hi,
for the
everyone.
delay. Yes.
No problem, no problem. This is how we'll all learn. I mean, we need to make mistakes. From the mistakes we learn. I mean, we need to make this platform where we can make as many as possible mistakes. Anyhow,
It's okay.
thank
And
you so
Niaz
much,
is our
Sindhu.
very, very energetic, always smiling. And he's going to tell us a 2-minute story. That is a customary practice of telling stories.
Thank you so much, Sindhu. Today, I'm going to tell a story. I mean, everyone would be knowing this story. Everyone would have heard this story at least once in their lifetime. This is a very common story, but it's worth listening the story again and again because the kind of a moral this story has that is so immense. Just the way every story starts, once upon a time, there was a village and by the side of a river. Every villagers, they used to offer their prayer in a temple in that village. During one monsoon, it was raining heavily. The river started overflowing. It's all flooded. Every villagers wanted to escape to the another village. They were all set for that. Then what happened? One villager realized that, okay, there is a priest inside the temple. He might not have realized this. So he ran, informed the priest that it's raining heavily and everywhere it's a flood. The water may get in even this temple as well. It's a time we should run. The priest said, do not worry about it. I'm not an atheist. I have a complete faith on my God. I have a trust upon him. You may please go. He will come and save me. The poor guy left. After a while, the water started getting up. It reached the hip level. What our priest did, he was sitting on a desk. Again, another gentleman came over there with a boat. And he said, please get in. The things are getting worse now. He said, no problem. He refused again. Again, the water level was going up. He went to the top of the temple and he was sitting over there and he saw one helicopter. The helicopter, the man inside was kind enough. He gave a rope, but he didn't catch the rope. He said, he again refused it. Then a point reached where the priest was about to die. Then the priest cursed the God, saying that, God, I worshipped all my life, but you cheated on me. The God appeared over there and said, don't ask me how the God appeared over there. God appeared there and said, who told you that I did not come here to save you? I came in the appearance of the man first, and after that with the boat. Again, I came with a helicopter, but you did not seize that opportunity. Guys, everyone must have heard of this story, but what is the moral of this story? Whenever we ask anything to the universe, we want to be a leader, we want to be a true leader, we want to be a reader, we want to be a public speaker, we want to be a presenter, I want to be an author. When we ask the universe, definitely universe would give that, but universe would not give in a form of what actually we asked. Universe would give us the challenges. These challenges can be used as an opportunity. When we seize that opportunity, whatever we ask the universe, we would get it. So guys, with this very short story, I hope you got some kind of a lesson in it. I hope you would try to incorporate that in your life. Anyhow, it's a time for us to welcome our two wonderful speakers of the day, Asha, Iyer, Kumar, and Dr.Ramya. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Anil Thomas, the master brain behind Brain City, the one who discovered the Brain City.
We always take care to get the best presenters over here. And how do we do that? We have him, Anil Thomas, who work relentlessly to get the best presenters over here each week. Not only for English, for other bookery shows also.
True.
Over to you, Anil, to introduce our first speaker.
Thank you, Sindhu. Thank you, Nias. Friends, I have the pleasure to introduce you two authors, and that's and I need to mention that, and great individuals, Asha, Iyer, Kumar. Asha, Iyer, Kumar, writing coach, certified life coach, and above all, an author. Go by definition, I was going through the book. Go by definition, emojis are ideograms and smileys used in electronic messages and web pages. I was looking at the meaning of emoji, originally meaning pictograph in English. The word emoji comes from Japanese language. Friends, help me in welcoming Asha Iyer to review her own book, Life is an Emoji.
Hello, everybody, and good evening to you all. And thank you very much, Brain City and people behind it, and all the members of e-Bookery and the guests who are here for giving me this opportunity to be in your midst first, to be in the midst of so many lovely people, and also to introduce my book to you all. My book, Life is an Emoji. A quick word about myself, just to add to what Mr. Anil said. Yes, I am an author, and I'm also a life writing coach, which I'll come to very soon to explain. I've been a children's writing coach for nearly 20 years now. And when I say I'm a children's writing coach, I've been teaching them to write by incorporating life lessons into my teaching. So it's both, how I teach them to write by learning what life is all about, giving them the lessons that they need to learn as they grow and they become better individuals. So that led me to start my own enterprise last year called I Bloom. Baby steps yet, early days yet, but I'm working really hard to, bring the craft of writing and the art of living together, which is what I'm trying to bring forth to the people, and especially to children and to young adults. I've also been a columnist with Khaleej Times for several years. Why I'm mentioning this here is because the book Life is an Emoji is closely associated with that activity of mine. I think I started writing for Khaleej Times when I was in the year 2009 or 10. And I continue to write for them. And this is the book for those who haven't seen. Okay, so Life is an Emoji. It's what is this book all about? It's a compilation of 130 selected articles from let's say about 250 articles that I must have written for them so far. Or I don't know, I have lost count of it. And so 130 self-curated articles on life and living. And what kind of a book is this? To put it succinctly, it's a kind of book that should be on the coffee table of every living room. Okay, when I say that, it's because it's a book that you will return to every now and then and consume, in small morsels. That's how it is packaged, and that's how, it's made out to be, easily consumable, easily digestible. I do it. This book is on my coffee table, on my in my living room, and whenever I take a break, I want to just have 3 to 4 minutes of a distraction, a diversion, or I'm having a coffee, or I'm having tea. I just open it randomly. That's the best thing about this book. The best thing is that you can open the book randomly, like you would open a spiritual text, and find something to take away from the next 3 or 4 minutes of reading from it. Yes, just 3 to 4 minutes of reading one article. Many people out here will be very familiar with my writing, and that's how short it is. And this book was not born as a book. It's like incidentally, this is my fifth book, my fifth born, I call it. And every book for an author is an offspring, and this is my fifth book. And this book was not born as a book. Over a period of time, the articles kept on collecting, and at some point in time, a student of mine who's now in the university, he said, "Ma'am, why don't you put your articles together? They are so interesting. They are so insightful. I think, people would have forgotten what you must have written 8 years ago or 6 years ago. So don't you think it's a good idea for you to put them all together and make a book out of them?" And I thought, why didn't I ever think about it? Let's talk about the younger generation. They come up with such brilliant ideas that it never crosses our mind. That's when I thought, okay, let me give it a shot. And then I started collecting. Started putting them together, sifting through the innumerable articles that I had. And in the end, I came up with a collection of articles that is as varied as, what can I say? It's an assortment. It's an assortment of thoughts. It's an assortment of ideas. It's an assortment of experiences, and none of which is judgmental. There is no taking sides in any of the articles. It's all about asking questions, the questions that I have asked myself, the questions that I have asked of life. That was one way that I could move forward, asking the right questions. Always believe that asking the right questions will get you the right answers. We often end up, on the wrong side of things only because we ask the wrong questions, and then we blame the answers for it. So asking the right questions led me to find and to discover a lot of things that I probably would not have otherwise done. So this book is all about that. And it touches various aspects of life, and thus it would resonate with you at different levels in very significant ways. These articles were all written at a time when blogs were not so popular. Let's say 2009, 2010, people are just started getting into the social media and writing and stuff and everything, and because of which, the writing has a lot more sincerity and solemnity than it would have had probably if I were to start writing the articles today. I published my, I started writing way back in 2000, 2001 is when I started writing my first novel. It took a while for me to get it published. I published it in 2009. But writing these articles was a turning point for me, because that is when I started thinking in terms of writing small things, those sachet-sized articles. And when it started coming in the opinion page of a major newspaper here, a national newspaper in the UAE, it gave me the impetus, it gave me the reason to think a little more seriously about the thing that I wanted to write. Opinion writing was not very easy. You had to be very balanced while writing opinion. And writing for a formal medium like a newspaper, it elevates the standard and the quality, of not only the content, but also the intent of the author. So I'm really happy. I'm really indebted. I'm really grateful to Almighty and to the universe that gave me this opportunity at that time. And because of which, my writing has not diluted even today. Even today, if I had to write one blog, if I had to write a post for Facebook, I would give it the same amount of sincerity. I would, the same amount of gravity will go into my writing. Give me a minute, please. Okay, so just to tell you about what kind of articles you can expect, this is very interesting. There's one more thing that I wanted to tell you. Initially, when I started writing, it was all about, I'm just telling you how I have evolved as a writer too, So initially, when I started writing, I used to write thinking, what is it that I want to write and give to my readers? But things have changed drastically. Now it's like, what will the readers get from me? Do you understand the difference? Like, I don't think of what I can give. It's more like, what can they get? It's a very, very different perspective, So whenever I write, I feel there's something that they should take away from this. If I'm writing something, there has to be something for them in this that would make them feel, yes, it's been worth the few minutes that I have spent reading this. So that entirely changes the way we write, the way we think, the way we present our content, the way we convey our thoughts. So that has been a huge change in the way I've started writing things. And that's been happening for the past several years. Over the past several years, the change has been going on. And so I would like to tell you, what you can expect from this, rather than what I have brought to you. Okay, just quickly to read the titles of a few chapters randomly. Okay. There's something about, a note for the children of the world. Okay. And there's another one that says, are we talking enough to our children? And there's one that says, at an Indian wedding fair. So there's something about, attending a wedding and things like that. And then there's something that says, freedom walk at sunset. There's something that says, in conversation with God. There's something that says, Mom, will you be my best friend? That's from the perspective of a youngster, of a teenager, or, of a adolescent. And there's something that says, reconnecting with our native place. And there's something that says, sharing sorrows can save lives. So, the entire gamut of emotions are covered in this book. And that probably will explain the title of the book, Life is an Emoji. Look at the cover. This is a self-published book. I designed the cover. I designed everything. It's been a wonderful journey of becoming an author, self-published author, to know what goes into publishing, and the kind of effort that I have taken to do this makes this book very, very close to my heart. So this, if you look at it, Life, L-I-F-E, stands for the 4 different seasons, is an emoji. And emoji, as Mr. Anil said, it's an icon that represents the different shades of our emotions, the different shades of our feelings, thoughts, and everything that we go through in a day, right? So we have an emoji for every single thing. You feel awkward, there's one. You feel embarrassed, there's one. You feel angry, there's one. You feel sad, there's one. You feel annoyed, there's one. So that's what life is all about. So that explains. If I will be, allowed to present a small video. Yes, am I allowed that? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, Asha.
Yeah, 1 minute. So this is actually my launch teaser, and that I'm sure will give you a little more, idea about what this is all about. 1 second. Yes.
Asha, the audio is not heard.
No? No?
No, we can't hear the sound.
No, you can't? Okay, I think I'll have to remove my
presentation, I believe, yes.
Mic and this thing, so probably it might work this. How about now?
Yeah, now all right.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, you'll have to watch it again. As we navigate through the maze of our lives, through the rough and tumbles, through the uneven patches, have you ever wondered why things as we see them now in this world, chaotic, uncompromising, and incompatible? What gives us joy and what brings us the pain? What makes us strong and vulnerable at the same time? And how often have we acknowledged that even amidst all these inconsistencies around, there are moments that we are deeply grateful for? The human mind is a kaleidoscope of changing thought patterns. Each day, we swing between emotions, clear and vague, good and not so good, uplifting and depressing. It's fluid and often confusing. What's more amusing, however, is that today every aspect of our life and our response to it can be expressed with a mere keyboard symbol, the emoji. Every emoji is a depiction of our triumphs and turmoils. Every image a metaphor to the riddles of life. Which emoji we punch into our personal narratives depends on our perception and interpretation of life and the world around us. They reflect what constitutes us as human beings. So that's what the whole book is about. I don't know if I have sufficient time to read an excerpt. I don't know, Sindhu, Mr. Anil?
Yes, Asha, you can. Yes, please.
Yes. Quickly, I will plug in again. Okay, let me just open randomly some.
What I normally do to this book. That's what is very good about this book. Okay, at 320 pages, this is quite a formidable book, and it will be such a good piece on your coffee table, I must say that. Okay, so I'm just opening some page. All right, so this page says, so what if I am not a mother? That's an article. In the several years of my marriage, I have lost count of the number of times I have been asked about my children and been duly apologized to by the unsuspecting inquirer when I said to them calmly, just the two of us, the husband and I. There's always an unmistakable look of sympathy and regret on their face when they utter sorry. And I return their sentiments with a smile that conveys, oh, that's okay. The more intrusive and archaic kind of people have quizzed me further and have offered advice and alternative opinion to fill the apparent gap in our lives. And I have paid heed to them patiently without a demur, and sometimes have even staved off grave remarks with oblique philosophical takes and casual humor. But a recent encounter with a stranger cracked me up when pleasantries led to the inevitable. And she suddenly lit up and said, "Don't worry, it can happen even in the old age. Didn't you hear about the 70-year-old Indian woman who had her first child recently?" I admired her optimism and appreciated her eagerness to make me feel reassured about what to her and a majority of women is inadequacy and incompleteness in life. An opinion she made known to me in no uncertain terms in the few minutes that we spoke to each other. With a grin that suggested the preposterousness of her conviction, I said, putting my hand gently on her arm, "It doesn't matter to me, really." I turned and left, wondering how scandalized my words must have left her, and if indeed she must have made sense of what I just uttered. And the article goes on to say how I deal with these situations and how these situations could be dealt with, without feeling uh, remorse, without the consternation that these kind of situations bring upon you. This is just a piece of article that when I read these things myself, it reminds me of the many things that I forget, in moments of absolute nervousness and in moments of absolute loss. Whenever when I don't know what to do next, one of these articles have always helped me. And trust me, when I read it, I don't even feel that this is something that has come from me. So that's the kind of experience that Life is an Emoji will bring you. I would like to also share the links, from where you can get the books. What do I do? Okay, shall I present a PPT which you people can take a picture of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will that be
please, yeah.
good? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you got a link, you please forward it to us and we can actually distribute to our groups.
Will you do that? Okay, I think that will be better,
I
right?
can do that.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that after the session. And I think that's all that I can tell you about my book. It's a little, uneasy, and it's a little uncomfortable to keep speaking about myself and my own book. So had it been somebody else's book, I could have gone on and on. I think, with that, I would put the book over to you, give the book over to you. Please read the book. Find something that you can take home from every article. Okay, there's something for you all. There's something that you can all relate to. There's so much of resonance that you will find in the articles in the book. And since it has been written over a period of time, you will see that they're all different in tone and in the style remains the same because it's my voice, but then you will see how they are all different in their tone. Okay, so that is going to make the reading of this book a very, very enjoyable and probably insightful experience to you all. I hand it over back to you, Mr. Anil and Sindhu.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asha.
Asha, Iyer, Kumar. That was really fantastic. I mean, we really look forward to having it. 130 articles put together in a book, and that too, it is easily consumable, easily digestible, and which asks the questions. Because, we must have noticed one thing from our school and college life that, we've been programmed to give answers, not to ask the questions. But this book, definitely would help us to ask the questions. And I really like that first one which you read. It doesn't matter to me. I really like that statement. So nobody would be able to hurt you unless you let that.
Exactly.
Anyhow,
Yes.
fantastic, Asha, Iyer. I would like to take a quick 1 minute review kind of thing from iPhone went off the camera now. I can read only iPhone here. Seems like she's completely new to our. Is there anyone? Ben Thomas. I would like to welcome Ben Thomas. I
Thank you.
sent your prompt.
Yes, Mr. Niaz.
Hi, Ben sir. How are you doing? Just a quick. You must. Can you just give your side of this book? Have you read this book, or how do you feel about the book? No,
unfortunately, I have not read that book as such. But while the articles were coming in Khalid Times. I'm a reader of Khalid Times, so I have read many of these articles, although it was not in the form of a book.
Not a compiled one. Okay.
No.
Okay, that's fantastic. So how did you feel about it when you read it? Can you please share with our, the rest of the family members here?
Oh, yes. Just as Asha mentioned, I could get a lot of things from that. Although I'm an elderly person, I'm still learning now. So while reading these articles, I could take away many ideas, many things, many philosophies from that, and I can vouch that I gained by reading those articles from the newspaper. Now, since it is compiled into a book, it will be nice to have that book with every one of us, so that whenever we have a little time to spare, we can go through that, as Asha said, at random. We can just open it, and whatever page we open, if we can go through that will give us a good experience. I'm sure about that.
That's really great.
Yes, we always ask universe for things. All of us ask universe for things, but that may not be in a conscious way. We ask for something, and our hopes, our dreams, etc., we just constantly communicate with the universe, I think.
Right.
And this is where we can learn from Asha's book. Ask. That is, if you ask hard enough, you will get the answers. That is what Asha is trying to say in her book.
It says the cosmos responds to our questions. Yes. The cosmos responds to our questions if we ask hard enough.
Ask hard enough. Yes, that is it.
Fantastic.
What about
Thank you so much.
Anita Nair?
Hi.
Yes, please say something about Asha's review or Asha's book.
Yes, so I've not read this book, and listening to Asha now, I get the idea of what is there in the book, and knowing, I have read many excerpts of Asha's writings in her blog, Mom Presso, I think that's the blog. So reading all that, I know that whenever Asha writes something, it resonates very well with me. I can feel it's me there, So I would say that each of these writings or each of these pieces that she's mentioned in this book would be very, very genuine, and you could really feel the emotions coming through. And when she says that it's about life as an emoji, I would think that a lot of emotions could be expressed through all these stories, and you can feel it. So I would go ahead and purchase this. Thank you, Asha, and thank you everyone for this opportunity to listen to you.
Thank you, Anita Nair. We would like to see you every week over here. Yes. I would like to move on to iPhone. I don't get her name over here. I can see only the iPhone here. I believe she is new to here. Since I don't have her name, I can't call out the name. Now I can see that when she removed her headset.
Yes, please.
Not a problem. I guess she is getting prepared over there. We have 5:51 Dubai time here. I believe it's a time that we should go with our second speaker, and after that we shall come back here. So we shall do a compiled session for Asha and Ramya's, that review, that thought sharing session. Yes, I would like to welcome Anil Thomas sir once again here.
Thanks, Nias, and it was a wonderful book review. A great book, and I'm going to buy that book for sure. And before I turn to the next speaker, I have a very special announcement for today. How many of you want to author or write a book? So we have scheduled a special session immediately after this session. Sunita Banswala is going to teach us how to author a book and publish a book. So that's going to happen straight after this meeting. And coming to the second speaker, Dr.Ramya. She's a heart surgeon by profession, that's a noble profession, and a painter by passion. She has won many gold medals in painting and a columnist in many international newspapers. She started writing from the 8th standard. Her book, The Broken Pendant, revolving around friendship, love, and suspense. I will call it as a fictional thriller. Dr. Ramya, welcome on to e-Bookery platform.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction of myself. Thank you so much. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, this is my first book and this is my debut book. I have to say this book I have planned since when I was in 8th standard. So I have told many times that I want to write a book, but I was a bit hesitant about writing the book because of few things like I have to go into a medical profession and I have to study so many things are there. But my father has always encouraged me to write and to read so many positive attitude books. He has given me so much of love and care. While I still remember him giving me a book called Who Moved My Cheese? How you can manifest your dreams through your works and how you can ask the universe about how you want to do things. If you want to do, you can do it. There is nothing they can stop, nothing can stop. So finally, I have made my dream come true by writing this book. And this is still a surprise for me that I have been an author now. Seriously. And coming to my book, this is a book, a novel. This is actually, there is something strange about myself. I get stories in my dreams, I would say. And all the dreams I think of and I will, write whatever things that is best for, means I want to write it in a paper and I just keep it together. So this book, I have dreamt it when I was in 8th and 9th standard. And I still remember telling my father, I have this story in my mind and I really want to tell this to you. When I was 9th standard, we are eating in a restaurant and I was constantly telling my father this story. So I just want to tell a brief about this story. This book is mainly about the father and son relationship and how he has been through his father has been through various circumstances and how he wants his son to go forward and get along with the various things he has learned in his life. So I thought that I have learned many things from my father through the books he has given to me. I have read many positive books like Power of Subconscious Mind and various positive books. So I have quoted whatever positive things I feel inside me, I have quoted in a form of a story way, so that it would be an entertaining to people of reading a story and finding the meaning of the real meaning of the positive things we are wanted to experience things in our life. So this story is mainly about the father named Daniel and son named Mark. So the main thing is that it is about the story revolves around the diary where Mark has finds the diary of a stranger, which was all written in a form of a personal book of how a person named Daniel has faced what all in his life and how these things I have mentioned about how love, friendship, and various relationships about how we have to be with our people around. I feel that negativity is the main thing that revolves around the world and kill every person's mind and etc. So I feel that I have quoted few things in the book that would help whenever you are in a junction of bad situation that you are struck with some situations. I feel that you can go ahead with a positive attitude. So I feel that I have written few things that if you go with a positive attitude and a positive thinking in an entertainment ways, and this is a novel of an entertainment. So this is not only for kids or this is all for all genders. So I have created this story. Means I have not been to Mexico, but I have created this story in the platform of Mexico and pyramids. So this is a total fantasy, not total fantasy, fiction, and half realistic and half fantasy. So in this book, mainly deals with how his son was directed by his father and how he has achieved whatever he wants. And I still want to continue this book later on because I have experienced a tremendous response for this book. So much. People who have read it, they told that this is an amazing storyline. So I want to dedicate this book to my father, especially my father, who has given me the positive motivation behind this book. So this is the novel and the story of the two people and the love and how he has met his partner in his life and how he has gone through the difficult situations. Because if I tell all the story, I think it would be boring for you to read it. So I am making it little suspense. So I would be happy that if you read the book, and I will be very, very, very much pleased to see that this is one of the best selling in Amazon. So it is available in the Amazon with the name The Broken Pendant, and I wish you will be enjoying this book.
Thank you, Dr. Ramya.
Yeah,
I think it is a combo of thriller and mystery.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
I wish I can tell the story. I wish I can tell the story, but I have to mute my voice.
Yes, you would be. And I'm sure that this book will be the best book for mystery lovers. I think so.
Yes. It's a total mystery. After afternoon also, I got a message from my colleague. I have completed the book. Totally. I never felt that anywhere I was not dragged, or it was interesting. I never felt anywhere something low or anywhere. It was totally interesting book. That words had made me so much happy. This is my first baby and I'm so happy to bring forward.
Yes, we all can feel how these two speakers, these two authors feel when they can launch a book they have written on their own. We feel that we also could write something like that and present. Asha, you told us that if it was another book, you could have presented more well. But this is your baby, Asha, and this is your baby, Ramya. And both of you were amazing speakers today. Thank you so much. And we will call upon some others. Yes, please unmute yourself if you have to speak. Yes, Niyaz.
Thank you, Ramya. That was really fantastic. I mean, as usual, even today also we had some beautiful speakers, Asha and Ramya. And two books. What I noticed common in these two books are these two books are something anybody can come and start reading. It is not a book wherein very complicated, wherein you would need to have a dictionary along with you every time, or you need to go back to get you need to leave time to digest that thing. No, this is something which you can read in a few minutes. This is something which you don't feel like you need to keep it aside. Once you start reading, you will be addicted to it. Again, Anil Thomas, sir, thank you so much for bringing both of them over here. Yes, it's a small session that we're going to have it. Now we have another 29 minutes more, so we have enough and more time to discuss. So I really request whoever would like to share their thoughts, which is aligned with these two books, or if you would like to add any other points along with this, please. And also, I would like to see everyone on a camera. If you are in a position where you are comfortable to also switch on your camera, please come on a camera. That would make our session more interactive.
Nias, we have a lot of army officers on our platform, Major Mohammed, Major Narayan. So I would like to call Major Mohammed first, then Major Narayan.
I can see Major Narayan here and Major
Mohammed Shah.
Yeah, good evening. I'm unable to come on video for reasons best known only to the Zoom. I've been trying all stunts, but I've not been able to. I would like to convey my appreciation to both the reviewers. Both had their own styles of speaking, and the first speaker had narrated a lot of her own. She said she's been able to collect all her articles written at different points of her career and time, and she's able to present. Whereas Ramya, she said she's been she's been speaking about her own book, and what fascinated me is the way she was able to articulate the thoughts and also weave a story about the subconscious mind, the powers of the mind, and other powerful matters concerning human behavior. I find there's a sea of differences between these two speakers and a lot of similarities also. First of all, they're most profound, very insightful, very interesting narration, as well as narration, interesting written matter in the books. Secondly, they are equally as diverse as they are similar. Both of them have been able to touch us. That is one point of similarity. Both their books are most profound. And I particularly liked the way both of them have been able to articulate whatever they've written. And it is very rare and rather unique to make writers speak about their own books. And in this regard, I'd like to thank Brain City, e-Bookery show for having done their job much, much better. And I do look forward to a lot of such great reviews, both from Dr. Ramya and from Asha, Iyer, Kumar. Thank you. I'm unable to come on camera, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Major sir.
Major Narayan.
Thank you.
I mean, it was really an encouraging words from Major Narayan. Major Narayan has been so consistent with us from the day one, and he's one of our vital resource over here, who was a presenter also on one of our sessions earlier. Yes, may I invite Sulata Francis here, please, for a few words from her.
Hi, thank you, Niyaz. Lovely review indeed. I would start with Asha's book, Life, which is Emoji. And as she was narrating it, in my mind's eye, all these emojis kept flashing. You know, when someone taps on your shoulder just to make a friendly acquaintance, that astonished emoji comes in. And then when you make a friendly conversation, you have pleasantries being shared, you have that sense of content emoji coming in, and then you are flabbergasted when somebody is asking you about the babies. It's a very personal question, and then the words of advice, you get really annoyed. So the annoyed emoji was coming in my mind, and the best part is eventually the woman has transcended over the physical social norms by telling the inquirer, it doesn't matter to me. I am beyond all that. I have overcome all that. It is beyond. That transcendence is what really hit me. It is really well written. It is just a small part you have read out, but that small part itself is quite intriguing, quite impressive. And moving on to the second book, when she was talking about the father and son, I could relate to it in the sense I could make out that she's actually talking about herself and her father. And when finally she read out her dedication to her father, fantastic. All along through the book, she has been presenting her relationship with her father, like Sylvia Plath in her poetry often does, So I could, very well understand and relate to that. Fantastic review for both the young authors. All the very best. We'll see more books coming from you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sulata ma'am. Even I feel now really bad that I have only 6 emojis here on Zoom. Zoom doesn't give much more, because whenever we feel that emotional, different emotions, we always express that emotions through our emojis during a chat, during any kind of a conversation these days. So emojis, they play a vital role in our conversation.
Yes,
we have Vishwanathan Gunasegaran sir. He was one of our speakers in our early session and very active on top of it, very active volunteer on top of it, a voracious reader too. Hi, Vishwanathan, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Niyaz, and thank you so much, Anil, for this opportunity. First of all, these two new books, awesome topic. Life is an emoji. It's a really fantastic topic. I never heard such a topic. And in fact, I listened in the off middle only. I listened, and last part I listened to very carefully because she said, "Ask, ask, ask. You will get it." That's really awesome. Really, it has happened a lot to me because during a last meeting also I told about the E square and E cube, the book called Palm Growth. It says that you ask, you will get it. The same thing. Last month also I did several experiments on this topic. You ask, you write, it will happen. The same thing. And thank you very much, Asha ji. And Dr. Ramya, and she's talking about father and son relationship. Normally we say about motherhood, not the fatherhood. It is equally important. And you said a lot, and I can see the smile in your face about all these relationships. And thank you so much for bringing those beautiful emotions. And really, I thank both authors for the nice review. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Guna sir. Truly, we are enjoying Asha and Dr. Ramya. It was truly a fantastic session, and everyone, we really would like to, have the books on our hand and start reading it. So, can we have? Yep, please, Asha.
Uh, I want to just share something. Something just occurred to me. I just want to share an experience or a little story with you all. I have this 6-year-old student who comes to me to learn, and uh, I start my classes every day. I start my classes by asking them what's news, and I sort them into general news that they probably, just to encourage them to watch the news on TV or to read. And then that's why I sort them as general news and life news. Life news would be about things that must have happened in their lives in the past few days, or their whatever events and experiences. So it comes from their personal life. So there was this day, and it was one of those days when this book was about to be launched, and I was busy doing all the things around it. And he comes here, and he sits, and then I ask, "So what's news?" He says, "Which news?" I said, "General news." And then he gives me some, he has watched something on TV, BBC, this, that, something he said. And then I said, "Okay, life news." Life news. Life is an emoji. Spontaneous. The way he said that answer, you will not believe it. I said this book is here to stay. I don't need a better endorsement than a 6-year-old who has just seen, the cover picture lying around here while I was, designing and doing stuff and everything. So to think that a 6-year-old remembers the title of this book, to tell me, to quote it at that point in time, said, I told my baby, you're going miles. So it's just about how much that title resonates with people. It really makes me very happy, very, very happy. And when you people also endorse the same view, I feel I've done whatever I could do. The rest is all left to the cosmos.
Thank you so much, Asha. Is there anyone else who would like to share? I mean, we are now 19. Please feel free to come on a camera. Please
Yes.
feel free to come on a mic.
Please,
This is
Suja,
your
even if
family.
you are not able to come on video or camera, please can you share your sisters?
You don't need to have any kind of inhibitions over here, because this is a one
Yes.
family. I mean, we do not judge anyone by by what they are saying, or it's all sharing their insights, sharing their opinions, sharing their views. So we are broad-minded enough to accept everything on this platform. Please feel free to come up over here and share your points. Meanwhile, I would like to hear from Ramya that, Ramya, could you please explain, like,
Yes.
the before and after, after the book, what was your kind of an experience that you had, like, the before this book and after the book?
Before book is always about doctor-patient relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It was totally a different kind of world for me. And after being an author, I was coming across so many people and so many relationships. Oh my God, that is a wonderful journey. being an author, I am enjoying like anything. And seriously, I'm telling, because being an author, someone will find you like, oh my God, we're writing a book. I think people were shocked. Me writing book, for sure, I can tell them. I was saying, yeah. There are people who have told me that, where is this broken pendant hidden? How many years? Where is this one? I never told anyone. I just want to write it and I want to show it. If I tell anything, the positive thing will be gone. So I want to show the results. So I just want to tell a small thing about the book. What is the book title about? So the broken pendant. So the broken pendant is the book mainly revolves around the pendant, a book, star pendant. And it is divided, means it is broken into two halves. And I wish I can share the cover page here, but unfortunately it is not coming. There are one gold half and one copper half of the pendant. And one gold half is the positive side of the life, and the copper part is the negative side of the life. So these should be joined together in this book, where the protagonist has to join these two parts. So through the son, the father is trying to tell to the son, this is the two things that are there, you have to join, the pendant has to be joined. Means it is like a story, but there is an inner meaning to that negative and positive aspects of the life. So if you join this one and if you overcome all this, if the God has given you a situation in your life and you have chosen as the one who has to do this, please son, please go ahead, and it is your time to do what you have to do. And my time has been there and I have completed my thing, and it is your time that you have to do. And I still remember my father telling that never give up anything in your life. You have to do whatever comes into your life. Never give up. If you believe, if you ask with your whole heart and you believe it, you will get whatever you want. And chances and opportunities comes all the way into your life every day. And if you miss it, don't worry, you will get another opportunity, but just believe in yourself. And main thing is these things I just quoted in the book in form of narration of a story of so many characters like Daniel and all the other friends, various characters. It is a story form. But I feel that there is another part of this book also, is that there are various destructions in the world happening, like small things like plastic or anything. I just want to quote that you can, as a new generation, as my generation and the younger generation, you can change the world by doing few things that can be impactful for the world. So through this, the father want to tell the son that you can impact the world from doing a small things. It's not about big things you can do, my son. It is about small things that you can do and you can impact the world. So main thing about this pendant is about the broken pendant is that the positive things and the negative things of the, means I can say villain and hero type.
Fantastic, Ramya. Thank you so much for that. Yes, we all must have read this in our book Alchemist. When you truly want something in your life, the entire universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. So this is what these two books say, is something really in common. And the other commonality, which I already mentioned over here, is that the easiness of this book and the kind of addiction that book would bring. Amazing. I mean, as another day, I mean, today also gonna be end over here with two amazing books. And Asha, you had a PPT to share over here. I mean, I believe we have a time. If you could, please share it over here.
I just want to mention. I just want to mention to all of you in India, please don't order the book on Amazon, because Amazon is a rip-off for this book specially. There is another site, on which you can place an order. So I just saved Sindhu from doing that mistake
Yes, I
this
placed an
morning.
order from
Yes.
website.
So they are all, there is
The
an
rate is
alternate.
so much different.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference. Okay, because I have got them published in from two different platforms. So one is for the Indian readers and one for the international one. So what will be the best thing? I'll give you that PPT. If you can take a picture of that, that will be very,
Please,
very
you can
good.
share it over here. We will take a screenshot of it.
Yes.
Plus, both the speakers, please, Asha and Ramya, please join if you are interested in our WhatsApp group, so that you can share the link there also.
All right.
Yeah,
Sure.
that is another thing
Sure.
which we would like to request everyone out here, not only with Ramya and Asha. We have a WhatsApp group and we are very active on all the social medias, especially on a Facebook and on Instagram, even on a YouTube. Please be part of it and be a part of the group and subscribe our YouTube channel. So you would be able to listen to all our past sessions.
Yes. Okay.
So Niyaz, can you please post the link of our WhatsApp group here, or how can we make them join?
Yeah,
In
what
this,
we
from
can do
this
that
chat?
one,
Or?
I don't have a link over here unless Anil sir has it. Anil sir, do you have the link over? Yes, you got it over here. So this is the one wherein you can click directly. I mean, that will directly take you to that group and be a part of that group, and also be part of our Facebook and Instagram group, and subscribe us on LinkedIn. Sorry, yeah, LinkedIn also we are there, and even on YouTube, please subscribe us. Okay, this is the Asha's to buy a paperback in India. There is a link to it, and to buy a Kindle version and paperback worldwide, there is another link to it. Paperback in the Gulf, another link to it. Yes, you can get in touch with Asha on asha.vimal.kumar@gmail.com. Please
If you're
take a
in Dubai,
screenshot of it.
all of you Dubaiites, this is for you especially. Signed copies.
All right, that's fantastic.
Definitely, definitely.
So guys, do not miss this opportunity. Take a screenshot of it, and our author is with us here. So before I close the session, I would like to get a final remarks from Asha and Ramya on your experience on this e-Bookery platform. How has been?
Shall
Who's
I go
gonna go
first?
first?
Yes, please.
You go first, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Ramya. This is something like I always ask my students, who wants to go first? And then they're all looking at each other. And so, no, you have to be the first one to always raise your hand, So I have to
Asha,
go.
please, can you remove this slide now?
Yeah, okay. Taken?
Yes,
It's been
okay.
it's been absolutely wonderful with so many keen listeners, and people who are interested in whatever we had to say. Even if it's a small group, it makes a lot of sense if we have people who are keen and who are eager and who are interested in whatever we say. So it's not about the number of people who are there, but then the quality of the people who are there. And I see that you are
Actually, it
also.
is not a small group, Asha. We have over 200 to 50
No, on
members
this
in
day.
our WhatsApp group.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
yes,
I'm
on
just
this
saying
day.
on today.
Maybe
On this day, I
sometimes
mean,
some.
yeah. So that's what I mean. It 20 or 25 is not what it means. It's how good or how interested those 20 or 25 people who have been there on this platform is what makes all the difference. And you've all been fantastic, giving us such a keen ear, and making us really feel that every part of our effort has been worth it, and everything that we have done has been worth it. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, this platform, and please do read the book and get back to us and tell us if we really lived up to the expectations.
Thank you so much, Asha. Yes, on our live session, we are small number, but we are mighty. But there is another point also with this. As I said, we are very active on a YouTube. Whatever the session that we have, it's going on YouTube live. Also, we have a recording. We are recording as well. So these will not just stay over
Stay
here
here.
with
I
18 or
understand.
20 or 30
I
members. This will
understand.
definitely will touch at least another hundreds more
I
the
understand.
people.
Yes, I
So
understand.
this is another advantages of technology that we are using these days. So definitely you're gonna touch, at least we're gonna tell you, at least another 100 people.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Ramya, it's your turn, please.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I have met new people today. I have to say first thanks to Anil Thomas sir that he has given me this opportunity. We have connected through the Facebook And I never thought that one day I'll be sitting here with all you people and I'll be enjoying my day here. So coolly, so happy. I'm really happy to join. I am a new baby in this author industry, means this literature industry. And this type of sessions give me so much of encouragement. And they will make me grow as a personality also, better personality. So I have learned a lot from how people are interacting. I have learned how we can go together as one in a journey. I never thought that, half of my life has been constantly studying with my book in my hand. I don't know anything. But after going into the authorship, I have seen people around and I was talking to people. This is giving me a lot of joy. Something joy that is different from my profession. Seriously. And I have to thank Neil Thomas for this. Seriously. He has given me the opportunity.
Wonderful, Ramya. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So what is our request is that, do not just limit yourself with this session. Please come back here on our every session whenever the time allows. Please be part of it. And this is a voluntary group wherein we have only one thing in a common, that, encourage people to read, encourage people to write more. And definitely you would see many people who are sharing the similar kind of values in this group. When, I can see a few here, Sulata Francis, Sindhu Balagopal, and these people are all like authors, and they have written their best of the best work, and they are getting a comments, and they are getting a lot of admiration from the people for that. So we are really blessed with these people over here. And Asha and Ramya, we would like to welcome you to be part of this new clan for you.
Our motto is actually to read, lead, and succeed.
Absolutely,
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys. So it's a time that we're going to close our session over here. So we are 7 minutes more we have here. If anyone would like to come on a video or would like to come on a camera, please do that. I can see many people over here.
Yes, Tehmina is here. Tehmina,
Yes.
Pradeep.
Can I leave? Can I leave? I have a class.
Thanks a
Yes,
lot.
yes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Yes.
you, Asha.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, real pleasure. And
Can I say something before you leave?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Please, Sunita.
All right. So I actually, what you say about the cosmic, and I believe totally in it, because I have just completed a law of attraction course here in Mumbai, and everything that you've said actually comes out true. And especially since you have spoken about asking the universe for what you want, you really do get, and I have actually witnessed it. So yes, I am totally in with you on that. And the best part of this is that the affirmations that work with the cosmic works with you in a very deep subconscious way as well.
Very true. Very true. Thank you very much. Thank you for
Thank
the affirmation too.
Thank you, Asha. It has really
Thanks,
been nice because you get to host a childhood friend. That is really, it made my day. Thank you so much.
Sindhu, you made my day, and fantastic knowing you all. Sindhu, I hope to be back on this platform again. It's only because of the time problem that, that I may not probably, but then
Actually, she had class at 6 p.m. GST, but she stayed.
Thank you.
She adjusted the classes.
What we have now, only this emoji which I just flashed over here. I hope everyone will be having this emoji.
That is
please do that.
That is the only thing. That is the only main emoji that we need. That is the emoji that makes us all run, that makes the whole world run.
Yes.
Thank you, Asha. Please do come
Dr.
back.
Ramya, I found. Yes, thank you.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Ramya, I liked your book as well.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Dr. Ramya, I really like the way you spoke about your book, because when you say that you write a book from the connection of a heart and with lessons from your real life,
Can I leave?
it makes a big difference.
Will it look good?
Yes, ma'am.
Sunita, before we close it, do you want to say anything about the upcoming session?
Yes. Yes.
All the best, Sunita, for the upcoming session.
Thank you so much. So, for all the participants here, I really am glad that everyone looks to be a reader. And now, if you really want to see yourself grow as an author, the program that's coming up will give you a hint of how to write your best of the best knowledge that you have in your life, or the knowledge that you have grown up with as a career person, as a professional, or as a business person, in either a fiction novel or even in a non-fiction novel. In this program, we will be showing you about the different steps of how to become a publisher. How to publish your book with either a literary agent or with Brain City or with any other self-publisher that you want to be with. So a publisher is one of the best and most
City will help
important
you
things.
publish also.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Neha. Who's that? Nina ma'am?
Is it
Who was the one who got excited over
Suja?
there?
Who was that? Sulata?
Suja's
Suja.
icon.
Suja is Asha's sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So we have something very interesting planned for all the writers who will be joining the program, and they want to be a part of the program. Definitely, they are going to see how we are going to launch them inside of the program. So I won't really reveal too much because there's a process that I want to explain before you get to that. So it's very important of how you want to be as a fiction writer or a non-fiction writer, or maybe both. That's also allowed.
Wonderful, Sunita. Anyhow, these kind of sessions definitely would add a lot of value, because no matter how talented, how competitive we are, we need a help of a coach to structure that and put it in a form of a book. Even if you are an Usain Bolt, that you need a trainer. Even if you are a Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli, you need a coach who wants to put your effort in a structured manner. So that is what
Absolutely.
this coach is going to do, that one. So guys, if any of your people with whom you know would be interested in such kind of a things, please circulate that poster what you are having it with you in our group with all of
Right.
you guys, and bring
Yes,
them over here.
sorry to cut you over here, but do you know what
Okay.
a book can do for a person? When you
Mm-hmm.
have a book and you have your name on your book and you show it to people that I'm a published author, people will come to you to find out more and more, and they will make you a mentor. They will give you more business, and also they will look up to you that I am somebody who can help you out. And that's the best part. And many writers that I've seen now are becoming millionaires and billionaires by just showing their knowledge inside of a book.
True. It's truly an identity. The moment you think of Shiv Guerra, what comes to your mind? You can win. The moment you think of Robin Sharma, what comes to your mind? Monk who sold his Ferrari.
Right.
So these are the things. So definitely it would make a huge difference. So guys, another day we're gonna say goodbye to you all, and we're gonna
Uh,
meet on next Saturday, this time Dubai time, between 5 and 6:30. We are our numbers are not increasing. This is one of the factors that I need to
yes,
address to
Karan.
everyone over here. This is not the live session that we need to have 20-30 people. We need to have at least a 50 members. So it's a fair responsibility of everyone out here. Please pass on this to all your friends and family, and put that on your status on WhatsApp, and share that on your Facebook. And we have a group. Go there and like it and comment it off there to get a much more reachability for this particular session. Okay, guys, please do that. And it's a time to say goodbye. Thank you so much once again. You have done a fantastic job, Ramya and Asha, and
Anil sir,
everyone.
this is the link for the author program, right?
No, I'm going to place the link for all the program just now. I was copying it now, so I'm
All
going to do
right,
that.
please
Yeah,
post it, and guys,
yeah.
take it, copy paste, or take a
Uh,
screenshot of it. And you also will get a poster. It is there on our Brain City social media.
okay, I'm posting the link just now. So please do join in this link.
Yes, here comes that link. So guys, please be part of it. So everyone, once again, thank you so much. See you all on next Saturday. Till then, goodbye. Take care.
Bye. Thank you, Niaz. Thank you, Anil. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Dr. Ramya, thank you very much. Yes, you dropped. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me type it out.
I think iPhone is actually Geeta ma'am.
Geeta Mama, yes, Geeta Mama was there online. Yeah.
Anthony Augustine is here as well.
Okay. So yeah, we got another 30 minutes. I mean, 26 minutes precisely. So for the session, let's see how many people turn up for today. If not, then we'll have another session. Maybe not on a Saturday. Maybe because people are waiting for the past 1.5 hours. Let's try it.
Right. But I think we have a good number who will join
Yeah,
in.
I mean, it's perfect. Yeah. I
So
mean,
should we exit from this or should we come back?
I'm okay either way. I mean, like if all of them are going to stay with us now, we can start now today.
Yeah, I think that will be good. I think others have left and they want to come back in 30 minutes.
No problem. So let them join. So maybe we can start in another 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
I didn't get you.
Now, what I'm saying is maybe we can start in another 5 minutes time from now. So
From
let them
now?
come back. Yeah. So we'll have another 2 after class. So it's fine.
That's good. So then this is the link that they have to join on, the same one, right?
Correct, yes. Because I'm not closing this link. This is still on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they have left and they wanted the new link because that's what was the message that you sent.
No, the link is the same. On the poster, the link is the same. You have the very same link. Okay. So I didn't want to close it because the program was supposed to be until 6:40. So I didn't want to close it. Right? You want to take a break? Or we can take a break for 5 to 10 minutes.
We'll take a break for 5 minutes and come back.
So I'm not closing the link. Okay, I'll keep the link open. Okay. Hello, Dr. Mirzaba. Can you hear me?
Hello, Professor. I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
So we have a session scheduled at 7 Dubai time. And
I see.
yeah, and I
So,
hope you are aware of it.
yes, I did. I was not sure about the time though. Dubai
Yeah.
time is slightly different from my time zone. I'm in Kuwait. So, yeah, I hope to be able to join you in the right time.
Absolutely. So
Thanks
we have
for
12 minutes to go. That is 18:48 in Dubai. That is 6:48. So the timing is 7 o'clock, 7 GST Dubai. Yeah. Another 12
perfect.
minutes. Kindly bear with us.
Sure, I'll stay put. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes to go. So don't worry about the numbers. We'll just start. Okay, so this is the first master class. It's okay. So we'll have more master classes.
Right.
So yeah, don't worry. So we are still 6 people. I just wanted to know whether Dr. Mustafa and Anthony. Anthony Augustine, are you there? Can you hear us?
I think his mic is not working, sir.
Really? Okay. And Nanda Kumar. Hello, Nanda Kumar. Okay. Mohammed Riaz. Okay, he's joining. Okay, that's good. He's probably joining.
There will be Sagar Sheth who will be joining as well. He is a He is also a publisher in Mumbai.
Right. Hello, Mohammed Riaz. Thank you for coming. I think your voice is breaking, Mohammed. Hello? We share another platform together, Sunita, myself and Mohammed Riaz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Mohammed.
I think it's got a problem.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good to hear you. Is your camera working?
Yeah. And Anil, I believe now you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Well, yes, absolutely. Yeah, Riaz, I think be on camera. This is good to be on camera because this is a different session altogether.
Anil, the reason is that I am on traveling. That's the reason. I don't know whether I have good line.
Okay, oh, I understand. Okay, got it. All right, no problem. Okay, doctor, are you in? Okay. 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 Right, let me know. Because
Good evening, Sagar ji.
Hi, good evening.
Hello, Sagar ji. Good evening.
Good evening, good evening. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing well. Yes.
Thanks, I'm good too. How are you,
Where are you
Sunita?
joining from? Bombay, right? Mumbai.
Yes, I'm from Mumbai.
Sagarji, your camera is working?
Yeah, but there is some issue. That is why it's closed.
Okay.
There is one audio is working perfectly, but there has to be some issue in the camera.
No problem. Good to see everyone. Thank you for everyone for joining in.
I think, Sunita, let's start. Okay. So this is going to be a very, very special program. I put a lot of trust on Sunita because we've got a lot of people who want to. We've got a lot of things to write, but don't know how to write it, how to publish it, how to. We are going to handhold you in the entire process of authoring the book and publishing it. Okay. So how many of us are there on board now? 11. 11. Okay. Termina, can you hear me now? Well.
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Hi.
good. And because God is a good friend of mine, actually joining from North, he's CTV production head.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really nice. iPhone, is that Geeta ma'am?
I'm not very sure. Kida ma'am, is that you? Okay. On behalf of Brain City, I personally welcome all of you on board of this particular session, this evening session. Sunita Banswala is going to conduct the session for the next 45 minutes. And Sunita, the platform is all yours. I'm with you.
Thank you, sir. All right. So it's really nice to be here with everyone, and I'm sure that everyone wants to be a writer. So they've joined this wonderful program that I've actually put a lot of heart and soul in to make you a better writer, to make you a published author, and to make you a winning author is what I want you to be. Okay. So let me take you through the slide, and let me start the session without any extra delay. Right. So we begin with our session of learning of what Brain City actually has as a fundamental for every person who wants to excel in their own lives. So the 5 a.m. e-talks club, the empowerment talks, plus the ultimate mastermind, Entrepreneurs Connect 2.0, and the e-Bookery shows from across the globe, plus our young empowerment talks for the youngsters who are children and teens. And this is how Brain City unlocks possibilities for all kinds of ages across different platforms. To begin with, I would like to tell you about our program, The Smart Secrets of Authoring and Publishing. And I personally feel that everyone who wants to create a mastermind must come to a master class of any kind of program. So Anil sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Sunita.
All right. So our objectives are fiction writing, non-fiction writing, and publishing. Let's begin. Before that, I am your facilitator, so Sunita Vansawala. So this is over to Anil sir.
Yes. Okay. Good evening to all again from my side and on behalf of Brain City. Sunita Banswala, a good friend, master writer, ghost writer, certified international writer. This is all her profile, but I know her personally and I know how talented she is. And on behalf of Brain City, let me say she's the chief sub-editor of Namaste International magazine. and she's part of a young mastermind group of Brain City Experiential Learning, NLP certified trainer. And Sunita, let me ask you in your conversation, how many days are we going to take for this program, entire program?
For the mastermind program?
No, not the mastermind program.
For the authoring.
Authoring program. Yes.
Right. So I would explain all those details as we come in. First, let's go through the 45 minutes of our session today, and then I will show you how easy it is to become a published author in so many days. It's unbelievably easy.
Okay. The thing is, I've been reading from the age of 4, but I could not write a book. I wanted to write a book for a very, very long time, and still I'm carrying the same wish in my mind that I want to write a book. How easy is it?
It's really difficult unless you are a keen reader. But if you love writing, you will love reading. And if you love reading, you will love writing. So a person's life has a very strong way, and how I learned to write was from a very important way. I will explain my story as we move on.
Okay.
Okay. So
you said it's a very interesting way. Can you explain that? How interesting is that?
Right. So when I was studying with the particular universities, so when I was studying at University of Cambridge and at City and Guilds London, and also as an exponential learner and NLP, I learned to write fiction and non-fiction books from a very, not a materialistic way, but from a real life way. And that's what makes me a very strong writer. So when you are able to create a sentence for yourself, it must be related to your present life, your past life, and what you want to be in your future. So as a writer, what do you want to convey? Do you want to tell a story, or do you want to tell a how-to book? So that is your choice when you can see. But for me, I feel everyone can write a fiction book and a non-fiction book. But again, it's your cup of tea. Where do you want to give your best? Okay. Now,
yeah, absolutely. Because one thing that I don't read much of fiction. I am a non-fiction kind of person now, more into science books. But then I always believed one thing, that everybody carries a story with them, and everybody has a powerful story to share to the world. And then you have a story, you can always write either a fiction or a non-fiction. So this is what I always believe. We have 13 people on board. I'm very sure they're serious about writing a book. Otherwise, they're not going to spend now this is 7 o'clock in Dubai and 8:30 in India. They're not going to spend time with us otherwise.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
So let's move on without taking much of time.
Right. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So let's begin. Now, when you're a writer has needs and wants. What are your needs and wants? I would like you to write them in the chat box this very minute as you are being a writer. Your time starts now. You have exactly 30 seconds.
Okay, all of you are open to chat. Chat is open. I did not put any restrictions for chats. Maybe can you repeat your question again? Yes.
Amazing. Okay. To help people and earn money. Thank you. My need is to write better. Well done, Tamina. Very nice. Okay. Academic publishing. A very, very strong topic. To publish for a wide audience. Okay. Excellent. To express my perspectives and to empower big people. Okay. So, Mr. Yes, you can actually go for fiction and non-fiction. Both. Wonderful answers. Don't you think so, Anil sir?
Yeah, absolutely. But let me put my answer as well.
Okay. Because I
I'm still writing it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because you have a story to share, right? So as a fiction or a non-fiction?
It's going to be non-fiction.
Amazing. Wonderful. Great. 30 seconds are up. Very nice answers. Thank you, everyone. Moving on. When we have our writers' need, it's one, to be paid, yes. One, second, to be recognized, yes. And to be an award-winning writer. So this is an award that I won just a year ago when I wrote for the Goa Novella Fest. And I won the second prize, which was pretty good, I felt, because the first prize was quite difficult. So I was quite pleased with the second prize. But nevertheless, it's a feather in my hat as an author. So let's move on and let's see. Thank you, Riaz. So writers want global marketing and publishing, which is very, very important, especially since you're going to be a part of this program. Now, so what's my